Hello! This is Briony from the SelphieGaming group, and we're going to play more Genshin Impact. Today we're going to go get Kaeya and Lisa as our three characters. As you can see, I've done some wishes. I've got Noelle, who is a guaranteed character on the beginner banner, and I was lucky enough to get Jincho, who is a very good off-field support, so I'm quite happy with the team I've managed to get so far. Let's go to the first dungeon. That's the wrong direction.
From now on, the adventures will probably get more and more dangerous. We should make sure we're prepared. We could start by going to Mondstadt's blacksmith.
So, luckily, for the first dungeon, the Winds of the Past, you will have a teleport point right next to it if you got the ones just outside Mondstadt anyway. So you'll be able to find the dungeon for, is it outside? I believe it is Amber? Yeah, dungeon for Amber pretty fast. However, it may be a good idea while you're here just to run and go get that statue of the Seven over there. Because revealing the map is always useful. There we go. More map. And then run your butt back to Mamba.
This is it. One of the deserted temples of the Four Winds. These temples have been left to waste for years now. The people of Mondstadt almost never come here. There's a chance there's a monster nest or hilitrol camp inside. Even Storm Terror has given up on its own temple. Yes, I also find it hard to accept, but Storm Terror was once one of the Four Winds.
Huh?
Wait! Did you just feel that? The wind here. Something's off. Let's go in and take a look. Be careful. The dragon's power is disturbing this area.
And in we go to our first dungeon. Sometimes when you go into dungeons it'll have recommended elements, but currently these are our only characters, so let's begin.
You can use that console to open the door.
Thank you, Amber. I was about to explain. Amber got it.
Wow, I can see so far into the temple.
Amber has the ability to aim and shoot with her pyro, as I explained last time, and for this we can get rid of brambles and things in our way. So, how? However, in case of barrels and things you can get from here, it's better off just to use Noelle. Someone with a sword, it's a bit easier. Fire to do its thing. Now these doors of resurrection, as much as it's about to teach us about elemental sight, they're where you go if you die in the dungeon. They're like checkpoint markers. Use elemental sight to see elemental attributes of different objects. Each element has its own color. Green symbolizes Dendro, which can be ignited by pyro. Opponents' wooden shields attributed to Dendro, which can be ignited with pyro skills, rendering them defensible. So I can do this. And you could just sit here and snipe this poor little chill, really. Until he does that. But then you can do this. Oh, it's heals. So I suppose we can't do
that. Oh no! A horn! The fighting must have got them riled up. Well, good thing I've prepared my secret weapon, explosive puppet Berry Bunny.
Make sure you grab the chest in the corner. All the XP will be necessary. You will not be mad by picking up too much XP. And cooking ingredients that you can get from breaking barrels.
Are those explosive barrels over there? Well, one shot should be able to blow them up.
Boom.
Go, big!
Rain outlines your fate.
Windblade!
Make sure you go around. Yeah, no. All the loot. And then we've got these, which I'm sure the game will tell me in a minute.
It's
what
so
this does.
high. Seems like there's something up there.
But how do we get across?
Pyro.
Isn't this a pyro monument? If we hit it with a powerful pyro attack, we might trigger it.
Dragon's breath. Is that where the power's coming from? Phew, I'm tired. But at least this way we've helped Jean out. In the past, we were at least able to defend the city and keep it safe. This, of course, is mostly thanks to Jean. But now with Storm Terror directly attacking the city itself, the winds change. So too should our tactics. It's what Lisa likes to say. Speaking of which, the 4 winds we were discussing earlier, if you want to learn more about our history, you can ask Lisa. I'm not saying I don't know our history. It's just, I mean, a librarian is supposed to be more knowledgeable than an outrider, right?
And that's the first dungeon complete. At the end of the dungeon, we get a big chest. Some nice rewards in there. Let's leave the domain. So I'd suggest after each of these dungeons, go to your characters and level up a little bit. It's not going to hurt. So if we could get everyone to max 20, that would be lovely. I'm going to mainly focus on my main character for now. We also got another accessory, which is a crit damage accessory. That's wonderful. And now we're going to head over to here. So we're basically following the path. And we found Kaeya.
You've arrived. Come closer. Can you smell that? Something must have happened in the temple. I imagine there will be slimes, hilly churls, and whatever's giving Storm Terror extra power. Oh yes, it is going to be lively in there indeed. Oh, you're quite the brave one, aren't you? It's a pity that the Temple of the Wolf has been disturbed by such an atrocity. Let's head in. No one makes offerings to the Four Winds anymore, yet the old winds never vanish. We need to clear out the temples for the Four Winds.
And in we go. Again, this is the only team I've got, so...
Let me show you how the Knights of Favonius conquer our adversaries.
In this case, we now have a trial Kaeya. This will happen in a few different quests you'll get. You'll get a trial characters to give you an idea of the character you want to roll.
If I'm not mistaken, the end of the temple should be up there.
Wait, how do you know?
Experience. The kind of experience you get after years of dealing with things like this for others.
Now it's time to learn about elemental reactions. This is probably one of the most fun things about Genshin, is that it makes great use of the environment. For example, these guys are in water, therefore they can freeze. I don't have to put the water element on, they react themselves. And then I can make them freeze again by
Traveler,
spreading the element with
unless I'm
animal.
mistaken, you don't seem to have a vision. So how exactly is it that you're able to channel elemental energy?
It was a very strange occurrence.
Don't forget the chests. Flamethrower's core is what gives it energy to shoot fire. Use cryo skills to temporarily disable the core. Oh no, look! We just happen to have a cryo character with us.
Freeze!
Wonderful, thank you, game. Oh no. He's asleep.
Dodge this!
We can have a quick look at how a trial character is built by going into the character menu. So if you're a bit curious on how they're doing the damage they're doing, you can check out the weapon they've got, you can check out the artifacts they've been given. Obviously it's not too interesting at this level, but later on you might want to use it as a guide to help build that character should you ever get them in your party.
Cool it!
Ah, finally, we're here.
Seems the path ends here. Let's use the wind currents to fly up.
Hey, it's a pyro slime. The blue stone in the center is a hydro amber. Breaking it will make it rain. Not with money, unfortunately. Making everything in its range wet. This.
Water! We can use this to put out fire.
Good idea. That's some keen observation. We should get Jean to give you a title and make you a knight.
No escape!
grab the chest. Take the barrels. You know the drill. As you saw in the other room, you never know what you might find. There might be things hidden behind the barrels. Always good to check. And you'll never be mad at having too many cooking ingredients. Underwater spikes make it too dangerous to swim through. Use Kaeya's cryo skill to make a bridge. Now this is Kaeya's greatest skill, really. He is master of the ice bridge.
Speaking of, did you know? Storm Terror was once one of the 4 winds. I'm not aware of the exact details. If you're interested, you can ask the acting Grand Master about it.
And just for fun, you can look back at the rest of the dungeon so far that you've done. It's a fun view. But the end of the dungeon is just ahead.
Is that the thing that Storm Terror is using to gain its power?
Seems probable. Let's deal with it. Bravo! What a performance. You are, to my surprise, a well-trained knight. The battles you just fought were sights to behold. I see you already have the knightly virtue of modesty. Stories of your heroic deeds to save Mondstadt from destruction shall be known throughout the City of Freedom, well into the future. Please do visit me at our headquarters when you have the time. I also know a lovely tavern, if that's more your thing. Quite rewarding, no?
We've seized another temple from Storm Terror's grasp.
I can take care of the rest here. You go take care of other things while I'm at it.
See you later then, bye-bye!
There's no way Hilly Turtles organized an ambush like this themselves. Not with their limited mental capacity. Thus you were behind this.
Knights of Favonius, always so inefficient.
Agree to disagree, but your involvement in this just made things a whole lot more interesting.
And there we go, we have Kaeya. Kaeya is also a great support. He also makes a very good physical DPS if you build him that way. I've seen many a good Kaeya dealing out a lot of damage with just with their normal attacks. And as I said before, after every temple, I highly suggest going in, using all that level up material you just got, and build your characters. Preferably build the ones you plan to use. I don't know whether I'll continue using the main character, but for now, they are my only Animo character, and Animo is very useful in the city of Mondstadt. So, Animo we will use. Amber is also very useful, so if I'm going to swap anyone out for Kaeya, it might be Noelle. But until I retire the Traveler, I will probably just carry on without him. So my next one is a bit of a walk, and if we go as the crow flies, we can grab another teleport. So let's do that.
Hey, cutie. You're going to help me out, too? How kind of you. Don't hesitate to come to me if you need anything. Good question. Basically, things other than that which require brawn or brains.
So, what does that leave?
Off we go into the temple.
I guess I could give this a go.
And like last time, we get Trial Lisa. Now Lisa is an electro character.
I knew it. There is a strong elemental energy coming from deep within this temple. Paimon, are you able to float across?
Can't do much even if she does.
Let's ride this wind current, shall we?
As you can see, she's a catalyst character, which means that she has a magic book and does ranged damage. Not quite as much range as a bow, but a fair amount of ranged damage. Keep an eye out. And if you want to destroy these with Lisa, as you can see, her normal attack isn't quite effective. So either swap to someone else, or hold your attack for a charged attack, and then she can destroy barrels.
Leave it to me. Come a little closer.
Hold this. You can do quite a large AoE electro attack. As you can see, take a note, there is a chest over there.
It's an electro monument. No wonder. Let me try to activate it with a bit of electro power. Stand back, sweeties.
Lisa's elemental skill can be unleashed by pressing and charging. And then doing big things. Yes. And you can do this, and you can hit all of them at once.
You're in for a little shock.
Kaboom! Oh look, and they're in water. I wonder what kind of elemental resonance we'll have with water and electro.
Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
You need to make sure it charges all the way up. Otherwise you just get basically a normal.
Ring cutter.
When it comes to wet enemies, I've got them covered.
Remember, that's an explosive barrel it does, so don't go up and hit it. It may hurt. Nothing in those.
Oh, another wind current. Let's ride it up from here.
Let it rain. As a dutiful maid would.
As you can see, Geo has the ability to crystallize, which generates these little rocks, which give you elemental heals. It's not as fancy or as damage healing as other elements, but can come in pretty useful.
Let's spark things up a little. Blitz. Chain lightning can be set off between electro-charged opponents. The electrical discharge caused by friction is only a little less shocking than love at first sight.
Her elemental skill, as you can see, is an actual really wonderful little turret.
You want to know about this
up.
gem? You're kidding. You're seriously asking? This is a vision. It's used by the Chosen to draw on elemental powers. In terms of mysticism, I suppose you could call it a magical lightning rod.
Careful here. Don't go too far.
What? You've never seen a vision? Just where exactly are you from? Are you a hilly churl with some level of reasonable intelligence? No, I doubt it. After all, hilly churls aren't exactly known for their smarts. And you'd more or less qualify to be a magister's apprentice.
And the end of the dungeon.
Break it, and we can head home and relax.
It's one of those consolidated wind things.
The thought of putting my feet up and relaxing has me...
Let's head back to the statue of
Dragon
the
of the
Seven at
East,
Windrise and
Lion of
offer
the
it to the
South,
gods.
Wolf of the North, Falcon of the West. They are the four winds of Mondstadt, affiliated with Barbados, the god of Anemo. The Dragon of the East, Storm Terror, its real name is Dvalin. Though most in Mondstadt seem to have forgotten that in all this Storm Terror business. So now you know why Dvalin is only able to channel 3 of the four winds' power. Because it has been consuming itself from the beginning. Because of hatred, I presume.
Hatred?
Hatred for Mondstadt. Hatred drove it to become something more powerful than the wind itself. To become Storm Terror.
But why would one of the four winds hate the city it was supposed to protect?
As a child of Mondstadt, it's something that's really hard to say aloud. Here, take this. It's a very old story from more than a century ago.
Well, you should come with me. Paimon will tell you about the rest later.
And with that we have Lisa, who is another more than off-field support. Her electro powers are very useful. She isn't a popular character to use because a lot of people have struggled to find a niche for her, but if you can find one, she can be quite useful.
Whew, it's finally done. Well, all that lay, flow, and elemental line stuff Lisa was going on about should hopefully be back to normal. Want to go back and see how the knights are doing? But if you got anything more interesting to do, Paimon can come too. By the way, we obtained another Animalculus in one of the Four Winds temples, right? We might come across more of them in the future, so don't forget to offer them to the statues.
And with that, Outlander Who Caught the Wind is complete. And it won't let you carry on until you get Adventure Rank 10. So at this point, it's time to explore, which is the bread and butter of Genshin. Just go find chests, go find items, go do dungeons, beat anything you find on your way, and have fun. This has been Briony from the SelphieGaming channel. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. I'll see you next time.